welcome back to another video. This time we're going to be filming Kerbal Space Program. I managed to get one of the stock VTOL aircraft that uses rockets up into space by strapping it into a... Well, if you duct tape enough boosters to stuff, anything goes into space, so I didn't have to worry too much. Now, if you watch, we're going this direction, so I'm gonna see if we can slow down. Okay, yeah, that's good. Great. Here we've hit the atmosphere. So the plan is gonna be, we're gonna try to land this, preferably. I'm gonna see if we can get to the next continent. Actually, let's land like it's directly in front of us. Because it's a VTOL, it works pretty well. You have 2 parachutes, so all you gotta do is slow down enough. Kinda zoom in and see that we don't even well, 'tis probably fine. But there is, perhaps, one possible way to get back to it. By rapidly decreasing our altitude. Once you hit 40,000 feet, you start to burn up. Hopefully we can avoid that, but... And like clockwork... sort of detach. We're just gonna get to 1,000 meters and just sort of Now, as much as that looked like a failure, I built the craft so that it would sacrifice the fuel tanks first. I lowered them slightly, and even though like the rest of our parts were sinking, the structure, those were supposed to survive, and boom, we're right here, perfectly fine and alive. I think we're gonna try another vessel. Just to, add a little more content to this video. Now, this is one that I got off the Steam Workshop that is actually surprisingly good at doing its job, you may say. Now, what's the smallest thing you could possibly get to fly in this game? Well, it's not the smallest, but what's the smallest you could possibly build an airplane in Kerbal Space Program? So small, you can't even fit a person on it. It is literally smaller than a Kerbal. Now, that's pretty impressive if you ask me. There aren't many craft like that. But this one, and like a few others, is downloaded off the Steam Workshop. It is called, okay, I lost it already. Don't worry, I'll find it. The standee is very useful. And I know it looks terrible, but it's not. The flow, just wait a second. Although it can't, get into space or anything, it's pretty good at its job. Sorry that most of this video is loading screens. I don't know why it is. The game seems like it's loading sometimes. 3, 2, 1, blast off. You're thinking this is totally useless. There's no way this will work. And bada whoosh, you're already off the ground. And look how fast this thing accelerates. It's almost as if it's a rocket. Because most rockets in this game accelerate like this. So I think we're going to fly to 3,000 or so meters. Speed up a little. Now that we're here. Rotate it slightly. Okay, it's not the best of craft, but it's controllable. And while you're thinking, this thing looks like total trash, this thing can break the sound barrier. I'm using Kerbal Engineer so you can see it pretty well. We already broke the sound barrier. If I remember correctly, this can do Mach 2, but it has a lot of difficulty, and at some point it just rips apart. So, we're gonna try for that, but no promises. But I'm pretty sure it does Mach 2. I've done it before, but I kind of forgot how. Yes, it accelerates very rapidly. 1.99 and Mach 2! That's how good this thing is. Despite being like this super mega ultra small thingamajig. It's one of the fastest things in the world. Wow, wow, wow. So we're gonna go to the airstrip that nobody ever talks about, and it seems like nobody ever acknowledges it, but it's pretty useful. In fact, I'm starting to think that some people don't even know it's here. But in Kerbal Space Program, there's actually a second landing strip. I think I forgot where it is, but I'm pretty sure it's right here. Why are you here? Nobody likes you. Okay, get out. Eh. Once you break the sound barrier, you accelerate that quickly. It's just one of those crafts that doesn't look like it's gonna work, but works great once you actually try it. And there's a lot of things like that, especially in, games, life. Literally everything has things like this, where you don't think it's gonna work, but it works just fine. Yeah, I think that's it. Pretty sure this is the landing strip. No promises though. And that's it, I'm pretty sure. And look, we were able to do a flight like that in something as small as this. And we're going to be able to do a successful landing. Yeah, that's it. Great, now we've already gone. We're no longer past the sound barrier. And this is just, in general, a good craft. I'm not going to go full engines in. I think we'll go 1/3 engine until we can get close. And after this, I have one final thing planned. It's also a Steam Workshop craft, but I've modified the design ever so slightly to make it a little more stable. Even then it's not the best, but it still kind of works. And a lot of people don't believe me, but this craft works fine. Everybody says, nah, it's trash, but I mean, I'm not the best pilot. Oh no, that's not good. Perhaps that's what they were complaining about. Okay, full throttle up. And that's what I mean by I'm not a good pilot. So we're gonna go back to the space plane here. This, the B2 Spirit. There's a lot of annoying things like these. They just block the intake, so I'm gonna remove them. They make the craft look cooler, but that doesn't really matter to me personally. There are air brakes, all sorts of things. In my opinion, air brakes are pretty useless and just weigh you down. So I even kind of forgot the key to use them. But aerodynamics. Air brakes are like, I think they're 100 pounds or so pretty useless. Another thing that people do for some reason was leave the oxidizer, and I fixed that too, because oxidizer weighs quite a bit. But other than that, this is a really great aircraft. I've just done a few things to it to maximize its stability. Hopefully help it fly. But this will be the last thing that I'm going to be flying today for this episode of, well, what should we call the series? The best creation, the best and the worst of Kerbal Space Flight. And next week I think I'll show you some very, very, very bad designs. Some of which I've designed, some of which are on the Steam Workshop. Yeah, there's a lot of things out there. But this is going to be one of the better aircraft that are on the Steam Workshop. Not to say that all of the ones in the Steam Workshop are useless, but there have been incidents. Why are there 2 landing gears? so weird. And we're gonna see how this craft handles. Okay, so this is gonna be the last craft we're flying, as I already said, but this should be one of the better ones. As you can see, despite being a stealth bomber, we are already, halfway to the sound barrier, which is 320 meters per second. Already, we are beginning to climb rapidly. One of the things I like about this craft is you can have a very high angle of attack and still somehow manage to accelerate extremely rapidly. And I mean, just look at this. Although we're no longer accelerating, we're not losing speed too terribly fast. And this is what I mean by the craft stability. When you get going too fast and you make too big of a maneuver at a high altitude, it jerks out and it doesn't like you anymore. And it does this. It rocks back and forth. The air brakes on the bottom, for those you have to leave in for stability. The air brakes on the top, they help a lot, but the weight isn't really worth it. Because, you can kind of handle stability yourself. It's kind of difficult to break the sound barrier, but once you do, you stay past it. I don't think I'm going to break it in this video. Oh, and that's one of the other issues with it, of many. So, well, that's all for today, guys. Uh-oh, not responding. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. It didn't crash. Kerbal Space Program was our B-2 stealth bomber.